It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. He's been one of the best blitzers in the NFL this season and is among the league leader in sacks. It's the Eagles and the Chargers under the lights.
While the sun is set, there's still plenty of light in the stadium for this prime-time contest. We've waited all day for this one, haven't we, Brock? It's time for the NFL on EA Sports. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And here we go from L.A. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
You remember what he did last week? Kind of worked in support of and against at times a winning effort. You'll take the 3 touchdowns every single week and twice on Sunday. But all those turnovers, can't have them. They eventually catch up to you. This time it was a win, but a repeat this week with all those mistakes.
Caught it deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Eagles get to it! And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown! The Eagles take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And he's been carrying a great campaign now into the heart of this season. He's hitting top 5 in rushing yardage. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. At the 20. He goes the distance. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers get it down to a single point. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers tie this game 7-7. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. He fields it from the 8. Well, here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Hey, this is one of those situations where a quarterback has just got to say to himself, poised. Be poised. Yeah, your team just gave up a big blow on the other side, and you don't have to get it all back in one play like they just did. You got to go out there with poised. Lead your team.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He puts everything behind this one. Big gain downfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. Well, Brock, it only took them one play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he's brought down after a short gain. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second down now, 7 to go. Herbert from the gun. He just throws this one away. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Herbert now, blitz coming. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So on fourth down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Fields this at the 19. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. The Eagle. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throwing for Hurts. He's trying to push the field. Brought in inside the 20. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Eagles grow their early lead to 13. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles double their lead to 14.
Chargers 7. Jake Elliott set to kickoff.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First and 10. Here's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Second and 18 at the 22-yard line.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. He breaks the tackle. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. J.K. Scott on the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Gets everything he has under this throw. They connect on the deep shot. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Eagles blowing them out in this opening quarter. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21.
Chargers 7. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. First and 10, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
It's now second and 19. At the 21.
Another try following the sack. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Herbert with a blitz coming. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Holding offense.
You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Now Herbert again. Lays out left side and gets it. New set of downs for him at the 38.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
It's Herbert once more. He finds McConkey. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a small chunk off that lead. Lad McConkey with a touchdown. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers get it back to a 14-point game. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. On first down, Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Made the throw as he was getting hit block, and it's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Hurts now from the gun. He lets one fly deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Eagles threatening to run away with it already. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21.
Chargers 14. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Herbert finds McConkey. On the move, past the 40. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers lower the deficit they face. Lad McConkey with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers get it back to a 14-point game. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Eagles are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up second down. Hurts setting up to throw. Taking his shot. Deep down the field it goes. He's got it deep downfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Eagles swell their first quarter by 6. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Chargers and wide receiver Lad McConkey set for another drive. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Herbert on first down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Eagles take over on his 5th interception of the season. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. That one's complete, right side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. On the move, headed right. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Throwing here, Hurts. Taking a deep shot here. Big gain downfield. And in for the Houston touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again.
Chargers 21. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Charger offense making its way to the field. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10.
The Chargers first down.
A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Herbert from the gun. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third down.
They just get the play off. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. J.K. Scott will kick it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he's been one of the best at leading an offense this season. As you can see, he's at second in the NFL right now in touchdown passes. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Hunt's running the offense at max speed here. Trying again, following the sack. Trying for the deep ball. They connect on the deep shot. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Eagles continue dominating in our opening half. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles continue piling on to this lead.
Chargers 21. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
And with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running.
The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Pat Surtain has it. And the Eagles take over on his 5th interception of the season. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said. Some nice touchdowns as well, but there's still...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Trying to work quickly now. Another try following the sack. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Hurts. And oh, he missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That's swatted away, incomplete. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. On 4th down, Hurts. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles tack on 7 more to their lead.
Chargers 21. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. This offense getting all set for this series. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
It's the pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Herbert now. Blitz coming. Complete beyond the marker. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. That's complete. Here's Scott. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
It's Herbert once more. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Herbert throwing again. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
On 3rd down, Herbert taking a big shot for the end zone. And he has the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers cut into the lead by another point. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together finding the end zone. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Well, he sure has come out throwing a good ball today, and the passing game has really been clicking early on thanks to his efforts.
Yeah, his plays really elevated the start his pass catchers have been able to have as a result. And you know what they're all thinking right now? This could be a game where we all get to put up some serious numbers, especially if he keeps throwing it like this.
On 1st down, Hurts. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Touchdown, Houston. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers and Joshua Palmer set to go to work again. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. First and 10 now from the 30. Herbert with a blitz coming. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Pat Surtain has it. And the Eagles have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Complete out to the right side. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Well, so far, they've got to be pretty happy with how he's been leading their offense. It has been a great start.
And I'd hesitate to say it's only going to get better, especially if they really decide to keep running this offense through that quarterback's arm.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Hurts now from the gun. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Eagles boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles continue adding on to that lead.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. This offense ready to get going again now. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there 1 play before they were picked off.
Yeah, kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up. Back to the air, Herbert. Completed here to Johnston. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Pat Surtain has it. And the Eagles have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
First down throwing for Hurts. He's on the move. Finds a man right side. And he got this close to midfield before going out. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. The early returns on the stat sheet have been good so far, partner. He's off to the exact kind of start they were hoping he'd have.
Yeah, you can just feel the rhythm, the timing, the tempo. And that ball is zipping all over the field.
Connects on the crosser. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Hurts throwing again. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he goes out of bounds after getting them to the 7. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout.
At the 2-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh, what an effort to bring in that short throw. And he's got it. Had to lay out for it, but touchdown. The Eagles boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Point after added on by Elliott. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Chargers 28. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Out comes the Charger offense late in this first half. And we'll see if they try to establish some positive momentum before halftime here, Brock, or if they just choose to head off and lick their wounds. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Herbert from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect with Ladd McConkey. And that makes it 4th down. So once again, J.K. Scott out to punt it away. And they could really use a good one here. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And a fair catch made here at the 17. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. First and 10. Here's Hurts. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Tough one to retain through that hit. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Back to throw, Hurts. He put everything he had into this one. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. 63. Throwing it just before halftime. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Eagles piling it on going into halftime. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
We have reached halftime. Already a full game's worth of excitement in just 2 quarters. Now we'll jump from the West Coast to the East Coast, down to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and the old quarterback momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans.
No need for halftime. We'll just keep it right here and get started with the third quarter. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting second right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hurts. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag.
Intentional grounding, offense.
Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Throwing on second and real long here. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Hurts to throw. He's going deep this time. He's got it deep downfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The home teams are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And our team in the truck putting these highlights together, well, they... First and 10 now from the 30. A give to Dobbins to start the 3rd. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And the offense recovers, they can still advance it. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 4th and long. On now comes their punter. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Hurts. Launches one deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. It is in. Touchdown, Houston. The Eagles can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. They gain 14 on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 37-yard line.
A quick slant. Here's McConkey. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Herbert. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. They'll bring out the punter here. That's taken at the 15. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. This offense headed back. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Cut out left. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Offense working quickly.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down. But where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Now that play went. Anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Complete over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great...
It is in! Touchdown, Houston! The Eagles trying to end this before the final quarter. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Short pass brought in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing on first is Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Trying again, following the sack. This ball's caught by Palmer. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on second and goal. Another try following the sack. He's got it. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers take 7 points off the deficit. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return coming from the 6. Here's a reverse. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They're going play action. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Big gain downfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Eagles piling onto the scoreboard yet again. Elliott on now to attempt a point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They run the counter with Dobbins. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. Has a man. It's Scott. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Going for the first with Dobbins. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Their punter making his way out now. And this effort's going to give him an even half dozen tonight. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Throw left side, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 37-yard line.
From the 37. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Houston.
That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's Eagles ball, and this one looks like it may already be out of reach. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Hurts now from the gun. He fires one deep down the middle. Brought in inside the 20. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field.
And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Eagles running them out of the building. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. Another score for him this game. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. First and 10 now from the 30. Herbert from the gun. Got a man. Palmer has it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. After 36
From the 36. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Herbert now. Blitz coming. And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return.
At their own 42-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. On 1st down, Hurts. He's going deep. They connect on the deep shot. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Buys time, rolling right. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Eagles throwing 6 more on the blowout. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Scott reels it in. And this one does not go far. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And the Chargers will have a first.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Herbert with a blitz coming. That's complete. Here's Scott.
Go.
And they get this down to the 28. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it brings up an LA first down. Herbert throwing again. That one's complete, right side. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's another Chargers first down.
It's Herbert once more. This throw is caught. It's an LA touchdown. Down through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place. But 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separation to the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Fielded at the 7. And look at this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. He puts everything behind this one. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
2nd down. Hurts throwing again. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. And they corral him well behind the line of scrimmage.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. 1 mistake didn't become 2, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
Flush down out to his left. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
He's throwing deep to the left side. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, LA. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers cut into the lead by another point. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Here's a return from the 7. And an excellent return here sets them up almost at midfield.
At their own 46.
In a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's trying to go deep again. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Throwing deep for the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
And that is teaching tape right there, Kate, for why you never, ever give up on a play. Looked like a certain touchdown grab until he comes in and knocks the ball free right at the last moment.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. 3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Hurts throwing again. He connects downfield on 4th. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the first on 4th down. Still sticking with the passing game. He lets a heater go. He's got it deep downfield. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Eagles continue adding to an insurmountable lead. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott all set for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Ladd McConkey. So it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. Johnston brings it in. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back. Fourth down. Punter on now, and he gets into this one. Takes this in at the 25. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. As the open man downfield. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Eagles are running them out of the building. Point after added on by Elliott. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. This offense making its way back out now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Second and 10 now. Throw left side, complete.
Okay, that was on the field, the young high school quarterback just last week. And I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, and give him a chance to make a play.
Couldn't connect with Lad McConkey. And now they're staring at a 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. Somebody give this guy a break as he sends his 10th punt away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. This will be caught by Parker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And he reaches the 30 before going out of bounds. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
And an Eagle 1st down.
Hurts now from the gun. Complete over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. First and 10, here's Hurts. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. Throwing here, Hurts. He's got it. And in for the Houston touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. So it's an Eagles win here in this one.